Welcome back. Today I'm going to be drawing Frankenweenie from the movie Frankenweenie. So let's get started. I'm first going to start with a circle for the eye, and then I'm going to put a small dot inside there for his pupil. Above that, I'm going to make a curved line for his eyebrow, leaving some space on a slight diagonal. We're going to make this eye more of an oval shape because we're looking at his face kind of more from this side here, and adding small dot for the pupil. And let's round out the shape of the face, but let's first add this eyebrow here. And I'm going to come back and just thicken up this eyebrow with a kind of a curved line underneath. Same thing on this side, kind of thicken it up just a little bit. So to round out the shape for the face, curved line around, coming in toward the eye slightly, and then back out, and then back in slightly for the tip of his face. And let's make an oval shape for the nose. So similar features for Zero, if you followed along with the drawing for Zero. So rounding out a little bit further there. Let's come down here. The tip of the face kind of comes to slight points with the nose there, and then we're going to bring a line back, kind of a wobbly line, so it kind of comes back and kind of curves a little bit, and then we'll have an opening for the mouth slightly. So again, sort of a wobbly line, and rounds in toward the tip here, and we'll just round it out with the bottom edge of the face here, and we'll round it back, bring a line about here with a little fold for the face, and then for the chin we'll kind of just bring this line back and meet it up to the face part there. All right, let's come up here for the ear shape. It's kind of like a curved triangular shape. And on this side, similar, curve it this way a little bit more, a little variation, and a little thinner on this side. Again, this side of the face is slightly further away. Let's make a curved line for a detail, for like a sewn part here on his face, and maybe there's one kind of coming across the top here as well. All right, we'll put some sewn marks coming across there too. I'm going to come back and highlight the nose. Well, we can leave that highlight in there. I'm just going to fill in this space here. We'll leave the highlight open. All right, coming for the body now, and working from the back side of the head here, and curved line around for the body to about here. I'm going to leave this part open and bring in the leg. So the leg kind of comes inside the body and then curves out and then back in. Here's the foot area, so we'll just kind of curve it around and then bring it back up along the back of the body, and we'll just kind of meet it where we left off there. Some curved lines here for the paws. And let's show some of these stitch lines coming along this sewn part here. Maybe there's a curved line for a sewn part along the back as well. We'll add some stitch lines there. And maybe even, I think he has some spots kind of along his back here. Good, rounding out the belly. And then we're going to stop. Just kind of lined up with the back of the head here, and we'll round out a shape for the front leg, kind of like rounded, kind of like a chicken wing, kind of comes down, narrow at the base, or at the ankle, and then rounds out. And we'll add some more of these curved lines for details in the paw. All right, now we're going to round out the rest of the body, coming up toward the face, and it just comes to where that neck area was that we kind of made that fold for. Let's make the foot on the other side. We'll just bring curved line down and round it out, back in toward the body. Curved lines for the paws, and then one line in the back here. And this kind of comes along the back side of the leg here, and we'll just drop it down. Again, shorter in size and smaller because it is further away from us. So let's just indicate where the tail is going to be, and kind of where this stitch part is. I'm just going to bring up a curved line, wider at the base, and then thinner toward the tip. So that is the basic drawing for Frankenweenie. Let's go in and just add some more details. Maybe there's a stitch line here and underneath the belly, across the leg. And I think all of these sewn parts, kind of if you want to add some stitching along those areas. I'm going to fill in the mouth area darker. I'm going to add some pencil shading to this one to kind of show some variation, because this is a black and white drawing. We're not going to add color to this one, so I'm just going to kind of darken up some of these shaded areas with my pencil. And then I'm going to go back and darken it even a little further with a colored pencil. I usually like to work with marker for these drawings, but for this one it's a little different since we can't get a variation of color with marker. It just comes out in one tone, so I like to darken kind of some shadow areas with the pencil. So he's got kind of a darkened area around the eye, which makes his eye look like it's kind of going in toward his head a little bit further, like a sunken eye. And this one too. Again, not so much here because we're seeing just kind of more of a side view here. And let's give it a little shadow kind of along here and along the inside of this leg. So now I have a black colored pencil, and I'm just going to go back and fill in some areas that are even darker. So now what we're creating is more of a value scale, meaning some areas are going to be darker to show shading, and some areas will be lighter to show value, which means kind of the darker areas are kind of more embedded, they're kind of deeper in. Okay, fill in some darker areas here, and this is kind of a darker area right along this part of the leg. And darken up the tail a bit. And that is going to be the drawing for Frankenweenie. I hope you guys really enjoyed this one. It's a lot of fun to draw. Give them a try. Bye.